Why, hello there, and welcome to my channel. Come in, take a seat, settle yourself in to watch me do my own build challenge, the Haycon challenge. How thrilling! Challenge, which I designed, has a shell and a wheel spinny thingy and a colour palette and full of autumn builds. It's called the Haycon challenge. Let's get to it, shall we? Yes, we shall. Okay, so here is the shell. If you've done the challenge yourself, you'll be familiar. If not, why not? Go and do it. I'll link the video below. And it is the shell we'll be using. Let's do the wheel spinny thingy-majiggy now, praying for a Sylvanian family style house. Please give me the Sylvanian family style house. Vampire Lair! Close enough. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and I am sticking to the same rules as you, and I did say in my previous video that we can do anything we want with the internal walls. I'm saying that as if I'm doing something super exciting. I'm not. I'm thinking small bathroom in the corner there. I was thinking 2 bedrooms here, but then I remembered it's a lair. We need a lair. So I'm going to put the secret lair in this big massive room, but also do like a fake bedroom so that it's like for guests. Maybe they think, oh, these nice vampires, this nice sparkly variety of vampires will not eat me, but maybe they will eat you, you know. You shouldn't trust vampires just because you've seen Twilight. That would be absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I'm doing what I want to do with the internal walls, with the roof. We're allowed to take creative spirit license here. Look at that really tall roof, isn't that exciting? I don't like that these two don't kind of marry up perfectly, but at least they're on the same pitch. We can live with that. No matter what I did, they wouldn't go exactly with each other. Very, very annoying. For some reason, inexplicable, even though this was a different size too, these ones would go with each other. Don't know why. Don't really understand the roofing system. But, you know, it's good enough. Yes, it is. It's good enough for me. Okay, I'm adding some height to the build, and I've had this idea to add a bunch of pine trees in the back. I think because I thought of Twilight, and now I'm picturing the Cullen house in the woods. It's been so long since I watched those movies, actually. I am 99% sure that I didn't even ever finish them. I don't think I watched Breaking Dawn Part 2. I'm not even sure if I watched Breaking Dawn Part 1. I definitely have I've read the books. I've read them multiple times. I read them at uni, and I remember absolutely adoring them, but I really feel like I don't know if Renesmee is a thing in the film. But now that I'm actually saying that, I do think that I know that she is like badly CGI'd onto a baby. There's like a meme or something about it. Yeah, I feel like I know that there's something weird about it, but yeah, I haven't met that character in the films, that's for sure. And I don't think I've met any of the council either, unless, was Dakota Fanning in it? Is that a thing? Anyway, this build does not end up being anything like the Cullen house in the woods in Twilight. It just has that big window, and that's what I was really looking for. Having a bit of a meh with the paths here, as you can see. I did find this kind of sungrass, and really excitingly, I absolutely adore this kind of half grass, half mud swatch, but really the thing I like the most is in the mud bit here. There's this pine needle swatch that I put under all the trees in the background, and I kind of like darkened it and lightened it, and I think it ends up looking really, really cute. I also think it ends up looking like there's like hills, like the land is undulating. Don't know if you can see what I mean by that, but it isn't. It's a completely flat lot, so I thought that was quite cool. Okay, so finally stuff is happening. We're picking a door. About damn time. Let's face it. Nice to see that I still love the door. Like, I really love that door. I don't think I've ever used it before, but I love the door. And here I am making a massive window that's almost the whole length of the build, just to get in those pine tree views and to get in those twiglet vibes. Don't mind me, I'm just placing a million windows. Why does nothing line up? I had to alt place and fiddle with these. It makes no sense whatsoever. Windows was actually a bit of a struggle for this build, and I say that, which is embarrassing because I already knew. The only thing about this build I knew was which windows I was going to use, or what my window was going to look like, and then the only other thing I ended up using, I think, was matching windows that match this door that I'm so obsessed with. So the fact it took me so long to get to that point is a little bit diabolical, but I think I scrolled through the windows like a million bazillion times, maybe like twice, to even find a window that looked remotely like it. A better editor would have cut all this out, but then I feel like I wouldn't be my authentic fumbling self, and you wouldn't get to see, you know, the scrolling. Depriving your viewers of scrolling is not nice. It's not a kind or demure or mindful thing to do. Please subscribe. If you subscribe, I promise I'll start editing properly. I will, I promise. No, but actually do subscribe because I want you to, and I'm asking you to. Duh. No, but it helps the channel. It helps a little baby new channel like mine grow. Also, the more of you there are, the more demanding you can get. Like, do you really think that I'm going to listen to 200 people telling me what to do? No, I am not. But if there were, say, 500 of you, maybe I'd start to feel like a little bit of peer pressure to actually make the content you wanted me to. No, I'm just kidding. I still wouldn't do that, but you maybe would feel like there was safety in numbers a little bit, and that when I'm telling you to do things, like follow my rules, you might be able to be like, hell no, we don't want to follow your rules. Anyway, how did I spend so long on this exterior given that the shell was already built? I'm an absolute joker. What a joker. What a funny girly. Also, I did warn you in my previous warn you, god, I'm so dramatic. I did warn you in my previous video, and by previous I mean the challenge video, not my last Life of Sky video, which is actually my previous video. But I did warn you that EA are a little bit wild with swatches, and look at this. These are apparently the only available trims for platforms that fit within the colour palette, and we all know that's not true because there are plenty of wood ones, and wood is brown, and brown is within the colour palette. Really, really silly. So I chose some stuff and I put it in, and you will see that I'm about to cheat the system a little bit, but let's forget about that. Let's move on. Okay, so fireplace. Isn't she glorious? I really wanted a fireplace, and then I wanted like a little tucked door, a little tucked moment. I went for that first. I was going to do a double door, but like who needs a double door on just one room like that? And then look at those autumnal colours. It's so cute. But yeah, so I picked the doors, and the interior doors are done because that's all of the walls. You're done. You're done. Annalie, you're done. Ooh, what am I doing? Door dancing on a roof. No, sorry, but I have to insert myself again while I'm doing these rocks because let's face it, rock placement is kind of boring. So yeah, you can all see where this is going. I'm going to line the path with some rocks, and it does look cute, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. But if you go back a couple of seconds to when I was doing those doors, there was a door dancing on the roof. My dog made the most authentic dragon noise grumble I've ever heard. It was fantastic. 10 points to Doug. 10 points. What a 10 out of 10 doggy. Wait, I'm actually going to go back and grab the noise again so you can hear it again. Are you ready? You're done. You're done. And that is the Welshest dog I've ever heard in my life. People keep telling me he's not Welsh just because he is not from Wales, but the dragon noises say differently, my friends. Speaking of dragon noises, I have an idea I'd like to pitch to the Sims team. However, seeing as I have absolutely no influence or authority whatsoever on this topic, I'm just going to pitch it to you instead because you're my subscribers, so you've literally chosen to be here, whereas the Sims team, I feel like they would hurry me away. But yes, I saw a tweet from a twitterer on x.com. Let's not ever call it that. It's Twitter. Anyway, the tweet said that the fairy pack that everybody's anticipating and hoping for should be based in the Scottish Highlands, and I don't disagree, but it actually sparked a little imagination. Oh God, my nose spoke. What the hell? Like my nose just joined in with the talking. It just spoke, like my mouth was talking and my nose was like, hey, I want a piece of that. And it just started talking too. Oh my God, what? It sounded like one of those duck call whistles that you blow in and like nothing happens, and then you blow really hard and it goes like wah everywhere. Embarrassing too, because that always happens in like the quietest little gift shops, doesn't it? In like the most like rural little picturesque towns where everybody's dead middle class and fancy and you're there quacking your head off. Anyway, between Doug, my dog, and Monty, my aunt's dog who I'm looking after, and myself and my nose, for some reason, we're having a hell of it. Are we okay? Am I okay? Am I going to be okay? Has anyone else's nose ever piped up like that? Not sure what I was saying, but I'm dead excited and confused and worried now. Am I doing a good job of voicing over also? Like, do you understand that all of this is somewhat relevant to what you're seeing on the screen? Like, do they go? Do the vibes match up? Does my nose complement the landscaping that we're just participating in? Also, the same aunt who has Monty recently told me that pampas grass is called swingers grass, and I have never looked at houses in the same way since. And yeah, I guess we've got a bunch of swinging vampires swinging from the chandeliers here. And I was under the impression that swinging kind of worked like in a community setting. I wasn't aware that it works by just like putting a plant outside your house and then do people just knock or what? Anyway, I definitely don't want any of these questions answered. Certainly not in the comments or anything like that. I'm being serious. I sound like I'm doing that thing where people are like, oh, please don't show me your sexiest photo. But I'm being sincere. Do not tell me anything. I do not want educating on this topic. We're moving on from it swiftly. And back to the point I was originally making about the tweet. Let's hope that my nose can contain itself this time. I actually don't know how far I got in this story. Not that it's a story, but I don't know how far I got in it. So I saw a tweet. It said that the fairy pack should be in the Scottish Highlands, and I don't disagree. Wait, I'm saying exactly. I can hear the deja vu in all of your minds now. Wait, my tummy's rumbling. What is happening? Body, you need to stop intervening. This is just a voice activity. Voice only. Only voice allowed. I am sabotaging my own voiceover. Should we be telling you what's going on here? Why am I not telling you what's going on to the bit? Look, columns. I'm doing columns. They're wood. I'm about to delete them all as well because I don't enjoy it. But, you know, we did it and it's a thing. Okay, so Highland Fairy Pack. I take that. I see it. I love it. I raise you Celtic folk lore and fairy tale pack. Do you hear me? Are you there with me? So I'm thinking a world with 3 separate islands on it, one for North Wales. No, what I'm trying to say is one for Ireland, one for Wales, and one for Scotland. Now, I don't mind if they're separated by sea, mountains, land, some combination of all 3. That sounds very cute. But I want to see different fairy tale creatures depending on where in the world you are. So obviously we need dragons, we need leprechauns, we need all the different little fairies, we need Nessie. Nessie can even be just like something that appears like in a lake, in a loch, shall we say, in the, you know, she doesn't need to be something that we can interact with, but she could be like the whales in Brindleton Bay, which you all know I am so obsessed with. We could have stories from the Mabinogion, we could have stories from the Book of Kells, we could have Scottish folklore stories, we could have something to do with King Arthur. Don't get me wrong, I know that England has been represented in the Henford on Bagley world. I'm sure that there's another, is there another British inspired world I saw someone tweet about? But regardless, I know that in some ways the UK has been represented already, but there are multiple cultures and multiple languages and multiple countries within the UK, and I think it's nice to imagine that the Celts, the Celtic countries could have a little bit of representation in The Sims. Now, I am totally open to other packs as well, but I'm praying that if we get another UK-based pack, it is something like that, something along those lines, something that honours the UK as a whole. I don't even mind if they actually do all 4 and they also have some English folklore in there as well. Yeah, that could be kind of cute, couldn't it? What do you think about that pack as an idea? So look, I actually do think that this bathroom is quite cute. I love these like kind of divided showers. I really love that they gave us those showers. Does anyone know if they work above a bath, by the way? I'd love to be able to place one above a bath rather than have their combined objects, because I don't really like them. My goal with this build is that it could potentially meet the needs of a couple or a vampire couple that want to live in it. I know a lot of the times we associate vampires with like opulence and wealth, and I'm not thinking that this couple is broke, but I'm thinking that they moved here specifically to research vampire lore and to become vampires. So I think that they would have come here with their books, with their old maps and their old like trinkets that they've collected over the years, and that they moved into this house because they saw the potential it had to be a secure and safe vampire lair. And I believe that they would have moved in here with the intention of pretending to be normal human beings, but potentially transitioning into vampiric beings. So the house very much is a mixture of kind of old and new for that reason. They've bought a house, they've not built it, they've just bought a house and they are transforming it into their ultimate lair. Look at the ceiling, what a mess. Now I at this point knew that I had to figure out the ceilings immediately, because if I'd left it any longer I would have never remembered. And what was really annoying about this is some of these rooms were so small that it was hard to get the angle on. But we did it, we successfully did it, and now we've got kind of wooden, I say that, we haven't quite, there we go. We've done it, and now we've got wooden roofs throughout the house. Very, very cute. And so yeah, we've got the art in. I think we're done with this bathroom. I'm quite happy with it. What do you think? I think it could be considered to be something. You know what? Life of Sky is my favourite part of The Sims. Like, playing a detailed storyline through like that is my absolute favourite way to play. But I do enjoy building and fiddling around with interiors. In real life too, I really love making my house a home. God, what a cliche. But obviously it's cheaper and easier to do in The Sims if you're making changes. But I did have a comment the other day which I thought was... Listen, I'm a little bit naive sometimes. I thought it was a really sweet comment, but it turns out it was a rude comment. So I made a short of the new nursery kit, and I put a lot of love into making a little nursery so I could film it and put into a little short. I was dead excited for the 2 new kits. I bought them on the day they came out. In fact, Music Psych Fan gifted them to me. God bless her. And so I was like, yeah, I'm so rarely here on day 1 with a pack, you know. And I was like, yes, gonna do this, gonna build this nursery, and I loved it. I know some people were not as sure about the wallpaper or not as sure about some of the items, but I was like in my element. I adored it. So I went ahead and I put a nursery together that I absolutely loved. Can I just say as well, I'm loving the way that this room's coming together that we're building. I'm not saying much about it, but I feel like you can see for yourselves what is going on. This is where we're going to put the kitchen over this side, and then just a little study, I think, in that step down before you leave through the back door. But yeah, so we've got living room, dining room where you come in the kind of entrance hall, and then kitchen. It's a very teeny tiny house. I didn't realize how small this shell actually was when I built it, but yeah, maybe it's big for some purposes. It's quite small for a vampire lair, if I'm honest. Okay, back to the rude comment. Yes, so I built this, what I thought was a beautiful nursery. I turned it into a short. I put it on YouTube, and obviously when you put something on the internet, it opens you up to all kinds of stuff. But if you're me on the internet right now, mostly what it opens you up to is silence, because this channel is just brand new. So of course I'm not getting loads of comments, and so I very rarely get any comments on my videos at all, if I'm honest, let alone my shorts. And that's fine, isn't it? That's just the way it is when your channel is brand new. Of course, you're not going to get tons of engagement. Anyway, who knows what happened. But somebody commented saying, why don't you try matching? Now, when I was going through the nursery thing, I went for some complementary swatches. I think the nursery I built works really well. It's exactly my style. It's properly cute to me. And I honestly think if you're going to have a matching set of furniture, and that's what you're going to put in your house, in your Sims builds, you're just going to go with whatever EA gave you, then where is the individuality and creativity in that? Like, that's not me anyway. Like, if you're building for your own game, fair enough, but if you're building to show off a build, I feel like there has to be a little bit of you or a little bit of style in there. Anyway, I genuinely thought when I saw this comment that the person was saying to me, like, they said, you should try matching. That's the comment. They said, you should try matching. And I thought, like, they're saying to me like, oh, like if you like the set as it is, you should see what the matching swatches look like because they're awesome. I thought it was that kind of thing, like, you know, like I'd love to see what you make with a matching swatch set. And can I say, I've also done much more mismatched things, like to the point where sometimes like for example, I build a lot with Amber and sometimes she's been like, that's a bit too mismatched for me, I don't really get the vision, which is fair. And maybe my style isn't for everyone, but like I'm telling you, this was the most bland mismatching I could have ever done. They were literally items from the same kit that were bought together and meant to go together. And I selected like different pastel shades. Like, so I'd be like, I'll pick like a yellow with a blue instead of a blue with a yellow. And then someone was like, you should try matching. And yeah, I thought it was just a comment. But then Amber, Music Psych fan, said to me, like, maybe that's a bit rude. Like, maybe it's like them being like, you should try matching. Like I can't even do it, but like they were saying like, that's shit, you should match your stuff. I don't know, what do you think? I think it was just, I mean, I'd already responded to them before she said that to me, and then I felt like a bit like embarrassed that I'd been really like innocent, like, oh, thank you, I love the matching swatches. I don't know, weird situation. Anyway, peace and love to them. I hope that they are enjoying the kits anyway. I hope they're having a nice time, however they build, and I hope that it was a nice comment or like a helpful comment. Wait, how well is my nose doing, guys? She hasn't made a peep in ages. Okay, so let's go back to this build for a moment and take in what I'm doing. These people have a bookcase, drinks globe, which I love. By the way, I always wanted a vintage drinks globe. I would actually really like one. I'm enjoying the cladding, I'm enjoying the general vibes in here. I found this rug, so of course I have to detour and deviate to immediately put them all down. I do completely understand why this is under rugs, because obviously your Sims can walk over them, but I do sometimes wish that it was under rocks too, just so I could find them easier. I always forget where they are. But yeah, honestly, I'm going to speed through this. This is boring. Okay, we're back in a tree. I mean, in the house. We are back inside in the house. I did all that. And look at this cute little rug thing. I enjoyed her immensely. So I put this little detail before the step, which doesn't make much sense, but you know, sometimes you like what you like. Okay, now we're going with some rugs to make it a little bit more homely in the kitchen, and also the exact same rug in a different swatch just down there, just to make it a bit more cozy. I definitely think it's time for some plants, some art, some trinkets, just some little personal touches to make this kitchen and study and living area unique. So yeah, let's get some art on these walls. Let's make it super cute, super cute. There should definitely be some moon phases on the wall, because I feel like vampires need to know about werewolves, you know? They need to be battle ready for a full moon, or maybe at least like not wandering about Moonwood Mill and so forth. One thing I didn't consider is that I don't own all the Sims 4 packs. Yeah, I set a build challenge, and there are going to be certain things in people's builds that I cannot see. I'm hoping that none of them are detrimental to anybody's actual build. And I mean, I've had this game for 10 years and I have acquired a lot of packs and kits over that time. I'm one of the few Simmers that I've ever spoken to. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I don't talk to myself. Well, I do talk to my nose, as we know. But yeah, I haven't met many Simmers who like kits, and I actually really like the kits. I like the price point. I think that like most things should just be kits. I'm not saying that I think that the kits are worth their price point, just to be clear, but I think that what I like about it is, like, if I was thinking, oh, I want to get myself a little treat today, then $4.99 isn't always terrible. So sometimes, whereas I would maybe buy myself like a nail polish or something, sometimes I'm just like, do you know what, I'm just going to get a kit. So after I set the challenge, I actually did check on the gallery. I say that, you know, I checked today, and we are 1 day before the challenge ends. So yeah, that's why I'm building this right now, because I thought, goodness, I should probably take part. Very rude of me to set all these rules for everyone and not follow them myself. Monty agrees. I should probably have done this challenge before I even set it as a challenge, so I at least knew if it was like viable. But there we go, such is the way of the world. And I am doing it now, and it's better late than never, as they say. Yes, they do. And obviously, I'm going to be touring some of your builds, so I have tried my best to avoid your Twitter posts and any videos, and also explicitly the gallery. But as I said, I did look, and there are some builds that I'm just super excited for because I could see how cute they look. But obviously, I haven't downloaded a single one, and I'm not. What am I trying to say? I haven't like downloaded any or laid any down or anything like that. Mostly I was just checking whether any of you had used any packs that I don't have, and some of you have, because there are a couple of packs. I've got all the EPs and I've got most of the kits, but I don't have Journey to Batu, and I don't have the bowling night thing, and I don't have some of the little bits. So some of your builds might look like ever so slightly different, but I have also checked, and I think fundamentally most of the items that you guys have placed that I don't own should be okay. It's important to remember that even though I'm the person touring them, you haven't built these for me, you've built them because you wanted to participate. Participation trophy. No, because you wanted to participate and you wanted to make a build and you wanted to do something autumnal and cute and cozy, and other people will download them. And in fact, I can see that other people have downloaded some of your builds already, and yeah, those people might have Journey to Batu and Bowling Night Fandango and Decor to the Max, etc., etc. But I don't, and that is okay. I had this cute idea here of putting this mirror in the middle of this panel. Very, very minimal and simple, but I thought it looked really sweet. And you might be thinking that this build so far is very old-timey, very like cozy, cottagey, very autumnal, but not very Vampire Lair-y. But fear not, because she is coming now. So yeah, what could be more vampire than a big rug? No, but we're just looking for a place really to put down these coffins, because this is the true vampire bedroom. The other bedroom I'm also going to do as a bedroom so that it looks to anyone visiting the house like there is a bedroom, but this is the true bedroom where the vampires do rest. So yeah, 2 coffins, because as I said, it was a vampire couple, and do you know what? I kind of wish there was a double coffin, but really in real life that doesn't happen, does it? Because nobody really dies at the same time exactly as someone else. Anyway, are any of you doing that Grim Reaper challenge, Reaper rewards thing? I haven't yet. I don't really know if I'm going to get the chance to do it in October, to be honest. It looked very glitchy. I've seen a couple of YouTubers take it on, and it looked like you can't really complete it anyway. And honestly, the only thing I'm really that bothered about not missing out on is what do we call it? The lot trait. There's like a lot trait for like a scare something. It seems like you could make like proper haunted houses and like visit and stuff. I don't know. I mean, we can already make haunted houses, but they're more residential. I'm wondering if this lot challenge would make like community lots so that you could have like a thrill-seeking type scenario, which again, like really feeds into my idea of the theme park world, which I really, 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 really want. I want a theme park. I want a zoo. I want freelance journalism. I feel like everyone's bothered about cars, and so I want that for everyone. I want them to have the cars they want, but personally, I'm not that bothered about cars unless we can like film within the cars, because in that sense it would kind of add to the realism of the game. But if it's just going to be like cars driving around and Sims going places in cars, I'm not sure that I want that. I did just film a vacation with Sky and Star. They went on holiday with a guy who took them to like his family. Oh look, wait. Sorry, but the lair is actually quite spooky now, right? So when I was building it, I thought, is this wallpaper too light? But then once it was just this one kind of fabric lamp in there, I thought it looked glorious. And hidden behind this curtain as well. Are you kidding me? Perfect Vampire Lair. Okay, we should probably make some effort to kind of pretend that they're going to sleep in this bed. Maybe they are for now if they're not quite vampires yet. But as I said before, their intention is to become vampires. So this is very much a temporary bedroom, maybe even a bedroom for trusted guests who know the deal. Ooh, or like familiars. Ooh, or like victims, future victims who have been lured here. Depending on whether or not they're going to be like friendly, nice vampires or like slightly twisty vampires. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, so just wanted this to be very simple, really. And yeah, it doesn't have a dresser or anything in it because, as I said, it's not their real bedroom, so what more could they need, really? They just need some decor. I also am not sure about the plants. I did put some plants throughout this build, and I'm not really sure that plants are really akin. No, not akin, but like I'm not sure if they mesh with a vampire vibe. Like, would vampires look after plants? Like, do they? I mean, I feel like they'd want like fake plants, wouldn't they? Because like they like the undead not the dead. I mean, not the living. They don't seem to have much respect for living things. I literally never remember the bin, but I remember the bin here because vampires also generate trash. Okay, we're done. Let's go to the tour. Here is the exterior of the house. Ooh. Oh, we need some like wind noise and rain noise and some like cool ethereal music. I forgot that you can press shift to move more quickly in, but I do kind of enjoy this ambiance. So yes, we're going into the entryway porch. Love these fake candles. They're clearly fake, which I like because I feel like they're solar powered. Makes a lot of sense. So when the candles come on, the vampires come out. And I'm gonna kind of zoom here to provide you with like a fisheye look of our dining area, our kitchen and our living room. Let's head inside. Look at these big windows. You barely need any lighting in this room because it works so well. Ooh, look, a curtain. So inconspicuous. Nothing suspicious there. Look at this room. So long. So long. So ruggy. Nice. Lots of rugs. Lots of wood tones. Nice vibes. I feel like this is just a normal house for a normal couple who like blankets and wicker baskets and moons. Who doesn't like the moon? Nothing functional about this chart at all. What? We don't even care about where the moon is. Okay, here is our bedroom. This is definitely the bedroom we use every single night. Look how clean it is, and look how the bed, it looks almost never slept in. Yes, it's because we're so tidy. We are. Do you like our bathroom? We have normal bodily functions, and that pattern looks a bit like bats, doesn't it? Isn't that funny? Ha 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 ha. Oh, look, this map, it just shows the world. Don't worry about that. These old photos, they're definitely not of us or any of our friends. No, they are not. They are of old people long since past. The dead stay dead, you know, of course they do. Look at these nice views we have from our windows. Aren't they beautiful? And we've got a lot of antiques in here, but they are all newly acquired, freshly acquired. We just like collecting things, including that church pew. You can see, very normal. It's not anything to do with anything really. Yeah, we could totally go into a church tomorrow. We wouldn't catch fire or anything. We can even sit here, look. Nothing unholy about this house. What? No, don't look behind the curtain. Okay, this is where we secretly go after dark, or even before dark, actually. After dark, we're all over the shop flying about little bats, but during the day, this is where we kind of lay ourselves to rest. This lovely little room. Do you feel like we should get some curtains, my dear? Do you not? Yes, we should get some curtains, but for now we can rest here in this dark, gorgeous little room that officially does not exist. You won't see it on any of the floor plans. You won't see it in any of the deeds of the house. This room is officially, you know, not there. Officially does not exist. Where have you been today? Do you know, I've quite forgotten. I don't think I could have been anywhere because there is nowhere else I could have been in this house but the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the totally normal human bedroom and the bathroom. They're the only places that we have in the house, yes. We leave that curtain alone because there's a draft that comes from behind there sometimes. Yeah, so what do you think of my little Vampire Lair build? Do you think it meets the brief? It certainly meets the colour briefs, but does it meet the brief? Do you think I passed my own challenge or not? Are you yourself brave enough to take on the formidable and difficult and almost impossible Haycorn challenge? I'm just kidding. It's quite wholesome and cute and quite a fun and easy, relaxing challenge. I really enjoyed this build. And look how cute it turned out. I think that I hit the brief for the Cullen, not Cullen house, you know, the Cullenish but not Cullen Vampire Lair. I don't think there's any reason to suspect that there's a giant room on one side of this house. Like you can definitely see from the outside. I should have done something about that, but yeah, from the inside hidden behind a curtain, just hoping that our guests are particularly stupid and don't mention back there. I just realised that we nearly forgot entirely about the chimney, and the chimney itself would, you know, if it was missing, then the whole house would just fill with smoke constantly. So we do need to place a little chimney, and I'm just looking for one that has like kind of a modern, but kind of not a modern vibe, and I think that the dark version of this would be perfect. So this is what we went with. Yeah, I think that kind of works from down here. What do you think? Just a note as well, if you're going to download this, it is on the gallery. My ID is Pigletish, and if you're going to download it, please move the curtain, because I don't think Sims can walk through it. So after they've transformed into vampires, make sure you remove that curtain. But yeah, the lot is available, and so is everybody else's build. They're all under the hashtag Haycorn Challenge on the gallery, and I think some people have done speed builds on YouTube, although I'm not looking at them yet. So if you want to download and support, then please go ahead. It also really helps me out if you subscribe, of course, only if you want to, but it would be nice if you did want to. So until I see you again, hopefully for the next episode of Life of Sky, it is goodbye from me, and goodbye from my nose, and goodbye from my dog. Have a nice night, and do something nice for yourself now. Bye.